Once upon a time, a baby girl was born. Her mother named her Julie because it was the 1970s and this song was really popular. She had a fairly idyllic childhood in the wilds of northern Michigan, where she lived with her mom, her dad, and her older brother. Spending time outdoors was a huge part of Julie's childhood, even in the freezing cold winter when, apparently, parents were not worried that their children might impale themselves on a sharp icicle. But we were outside in every season, biking in the spring, in the summer, scuba diving in Lake Huron, and enjoying the brilliant colors of fall. In fact, the only thing more important to Julie's family than being outdoors was reading and books, especially reading together. Books were always big gifts for special occasions. Soon Julie was off to school where she learned to read and write masterpieces like this one. In high school, she loved English and wrote slightly better stories, went off to college, then graduate school, and then began her career in electronic banking and payments. 'Tis true that being an English major to become an author was not considered a very practical career choice at that time, but it was a good job. Time passed, and eventually Julie had children of her own, one girl and one boy. Immediately, she began reading to them. She fell in love once again with picture books and began writing them in her spare time. But then her father passed away in 2007. And like many people who suffered a loss, Julie began pondering the big questions as she grappled to find a way to express the overwhelming sense of love she had for her family. She found the answer back in the nature of her childhood and wrote the first draft of what is now My Love for You is the Sun. Convinced it was going to be an instant bestseller, imagine Julie's shock when, while attending a writing workshop, the manuscript was shredded. Not yet having developed the rhinoceros skin it takes to be an author, Julie put the manuscript in a drawer and didn't touch it again for 2 years, until she went to another writing workshop and met one of her favorite children's authors and poets, Eileen Spinelli, who took her by the hand and told her, "This manuscript does not belong in a drawer." So Julie struck up the courage to work on it again. By this time, she had left her day job and published 2 storybook apps and a print book with small publisher Little BAHALA, who also wanted to publish My Love for You is the Sun, but didn't have the funds in 2014. So after bringing the fabulous clay illustrator Susan Eady on board, we ran a Kickstarter campaign where folks from all over the world supported the book, and we reached our goal within 1 week. We did a happy dance. Then we got straight to work, Susan on the illustrations, Stacy on the book design, and today, My Love for You is the Sun is born. This has been the long, short story of how the birth of a baby girl led to the birth of a book. But this is just the beginning of the story, which we hope will continue with you sharing My Love for You is the Sun with your families from generation to generation.